Hi, my name is Nicole, and this is 5 Minutes or Less with the Homeschool Project podcast. I've been homeschooling for 7 years. I have two kids who are 11 and 5.5, and we live in Las Vegas, Nevada. All right, here's the first question. If I were dropped off in the Alaskan forest for 1 year, what 3 books would I bring with me and why? I wanted to do 3 fiction books, but I decided to do something different. My favorite fiction book of all time, The Time Traveler's Wife, something that I've been wanting to reread. And then something I can read a little bit of every single day, Only Love Today by Rachel Macy Stafford. And then I was thinking a book of poetry and nature poetry would be perfect. So Devotions by Mary Oliver would probably be a good choice. All right, so if I had all the necessities, what 3 personal items would I bring? I would want to bring my phone loaded with as many audiobooks already downloaded as I possibly could, and a solar charger for my phone, and then a journal with journaling supplies as well. Let's see. If you had the opportunity to have dinner with anyone from past or present, who would it be? This was a hard question for me because the idea of having dinner with a stranger, even someone that I admire, feels really stressful. So I opted to go for dinner with a younger version of myself. That would be a really interesting conversation. If I could only watch one movie for the rest of my life, what would it be? I'm not a huge movie watcher, but when I do watch movies, I really like to watch one of the BBC versions of a Jane Austen movie. So I'd probably pick Sense and Sensibility. Let's see. If you had no restrictions, what form of schooling would you follow? Road schooling, boat schooling, world schooling, or any other, and why? I would love to do road schooling for maybe about 3 months and drive around the United States and hit as many national parks as we possibly could. That would be amazing. If you had a free plane ticket to anywhere in the world, where would you go? I would want to go to England and do sort of a literary tour and go visit Jane Austen's house, J.R.R. Tolkien, C.S. Lewis, where they all did their writing and lived, and then also check out all the Harry Potter sites like Platform 9 3/4. What is the best thing about homeschooling? I think one of my favorite things about homeschooling is being able to help my kids do deep dives into topics and just things that they're really, really interested in. We have no time limit, and so we can dive as deep as we want. And I've also discovered that I like to do that for myself as well. What is the toughest thing about homeschooling? This is something that has been a challenge this week, and that is staying home enough. There's so many activities and places to go and things to do that sometimes I have to be really mindful about making sure that we spend enough time at home so we can do some of the things like playing games and reading together. One interesting fact about myself, as you can see behind me, I have the Harry Potter house banners. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan and love things all Harry Potter, and I have my own collection of Harry Potter Legos as well. One piece of wisdom that I could share with others, I would say something that's really been on my mind lately is considering how you like to learn as an adult and keeping that in mind when you are thinking about your own kids' learning. All right, well, that's it for me. And if you would like to connect up with me on Instagram, you can find me at book.led.learning. And pretty soon I'm getting ready to launch a blog at www.bookledlearning.com.